Hello there, welcome to my bench once again. Thanks for tuning in. And this tutorial I'm going to tie you up a searching nymph pattern, and I figure it's about pretty much the easiest nymph pattern you could tie. There's not much to it, a very simple one to put together. And this guy is simply called the halfback. In this particular pattern I got out of one of my favorite book pretty much, and that's the Fly is the Best 1000. I don't know how good you can see that, but by Randall Scott Stelzer. Very good book, highly recommend that book. And anyway, I'll get this guy the vise and a fresh hook in, and I'll get going here for you. For the hook I'm using a mustad 9671, and it's on a size 12, this guy. So we'll get that locked down here. And I'm using olive UTC 70 denier thread. But before we start the thread, this guy's weighted, so I got some 0.15 lead wire here. And I'm going to put a fair amount of wraps on this guy, probably 15 to 20 wraps. So we'll get that down on the shank first here. Just like so. Come around, snip that end off there. And the same on the other end. Get that little wiggle to get that off. There we go. Now I want to get that about center on the shank, more or less. Okay. Now I'll start the thread right behind the lead here. I'm going to make a few wraps. Build sort of a little dam here. And jump on top. Wrap towards the front of the lead. And build another little dam right in front. And we'll just wrap back up one more time and back down, and we'll stop there, and I'll snip the tag end off. Okay, now before tying the tail, I'm going to coat that with some head cement here, just like so. Alrighty. Okay, and the tail is simply brown hackle fibers, and I have some soft brown hen here, hackle fibers. I'm going to pull some off for the tail and tie those in. And we'll get those about half the body length, or half the shank length, excuse me, on this particular pattern. And I'll tie those in. And I'll wrap back on to just about above the barb there. Okay, there's our tail. And wrap up to that lead, and I'm going to snip that off just like so. One more fiber there, I just want to get him. Alrighty, now okay, and the body just consists of peacock herl. It doesn't call for a rib, and so I have 4 strands of peacock herl ready to roll here. Just gather those together, the tips even them up. Got 4 strands here, and I'm just going to snip those back a ways to get rid of that brittle section. Okay, and we'll come in and tie these on top. Wrap back here, and then I'm going to form a loop with my finger up and around. Come back, a couple wraps around the base of that loop to lock it in place. Okay, just like so. Then work back to just in front of the tail. Then proceed forward once again, and we're going to stop right where I want to tie this guy off. Okay. Before I wrap all that, I'm going to put another little shot of head cement down on the shank. Okay. Grab my hackle pliers, and we'll begin to twist this peacock rope up. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to begin to wrap this guy. I'm going to use the rotary for this one. Just keep a nice little tension on it, but not too hard. You don't want to break the rope. Twist it. You may have to twist it a few times as you go to keep it nice and tight. Now we're just going to work that up towards the front here. Okay, a few more wraps. Back that thread back off. Okay. And we'll come up to the lead and down off the lead. And one more wrap. I'm going to tie them off right there. Couple wraps around. Okay, come in, snip off the excess. Okay, just like so. Okay, there's the body. Alrighty, now next step is the legs. They call it the legs, more or less just a throat on the fly, but it's supposed to represent the legs on this searching nymph. So I'm going to pull off another section of the soft hand hackle fibers, and we're going to put them underneath for the legs, and keep them fairly short, and just come up around, pinch down, and just wrap back on them a little ways. And I'm going to come in and snip that off nice and close. Okay, cinch them down good. Come back there a little ways farther. Okay, there's the legs. Now all that's left is the wing, and it's just the original pattern called for, in the book it says dyed brown mallard, and I don't have any dyed brown mallard, but I have brown partridge in it, and I think that'll be a really good substitute. So I'm just I'll use that in this pattern. So I'm going to pull off a small section of those, and you want to tie them on top about halfway back, just like so here. Just pinch those on top and wrap back a little ways on them, like so. That's about what you're going for right there. And I'm going to come in and snip that excess off on an angle. Okay, then go to the front of the eye, work back, wrapping those fibers down, just like so. Okay, and that's all there is to this guy. Very simple searching nymph pattern for sure. Not a lot to it. Okay, so all I got left to do is a whip finish, so bring that in. And I'll do a 4 or 5 turn on this guy. Okay. And get one more. Okay. Snug that down nice and tight. And I'll come in and snip off that excess, just like so. Alrighty. So there we have it, another size 12 halfback. Very simple pattern. Alrighty. So I'll just bring my solar res in, give this guy a little coat here on the thread wraps, and cure him up, and we're done. Okay, just gonna go around a little bit on this guy. Don't need too much. Okay, that'll do it. Don't want to overdo it, that's for sure. Might have got a little too much there, so I'm gonna spread that around. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna cure him up. Okay, definitely can see this fly catching fish, because we all know how good peacock herl works. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this fly this time around. I thought I'd tie one up that's quite a simple tie and definitely will catch fish, and I thought you might like to see this one. So thank you so much for watching again, and if this is your first time tuning in and you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and hit that button. Appreciate that a lot, and throw in a like too if you wish, and that tells me that you enjoy my tutorials as well. So until next time, happy tying out there everyone, and I shall see you again soon. And so long for now, folks.